All right, Hudson Henry, this kid, obviously the Henry legacy. Just talk about what he brings to Arkansas.
Well, he brings everything to the tight end position. You've got Cheyenne, you've got Gunner, Grayson, you know, out there, and that's all you've got at tight end. So you've got to get some more tight ends, and getting Hudson was a must in this recruiting class, and he's to me, he's the #1 tight end in the country, and it's not even close. In high school, he's got the hands, he's got speed, he's got the knowledge, the experience, the bloodlines. You know, I've got dad and 2 brothers that played here. You know, I mean, he's got it all. I think he's total package, and it's just, to me, I don't even think it's been close. And I've watched this kid from the time he was in junior high, you know, basically. I mean, coming up through the ranks and stuff. And I remember Anthony Lucas was promoting that he was going to be better than Hunter. And so, you know, but to even be mentioned, I don't know if he's better than Hunter or not, but to be mentioned in the same breath. And I see now what Anthony was seeing then. And of course, he was talking about at the same stage of his career, you know. But yeah, he's the total package, and he'll plug right in. He'll give them another one last year. You know, maybe they didn't have the guy like O'Grady that was a difference maker out there at tight end. Now they'll have 2 of them, and so you're going to see a big element added to the offense next year, Drew.
Same for Catalon Burks. I mean, right away he can play.
Well, it's the same thing. As good as any receiver out there. I think he's the best receiver in this class, and I think they've got 4 great ones coming in. 5, counting John David White. I love him. You know, the preferred walk-on. But Catalon, to me, I can describe him the same way I did Hudson. I think he's as good as anyone. He's big. I've watched him play for years. He's big. He's got speed. He's got good hands. You know, and you know, he reminds me of Darren McFadden in the sense that this is a kid that could probably be an All-American safety, be an All-American linebacker, but he could be an All-American receiver. And that's the thing, or running back. He could probably be an All-American running back. That's the thing about Catalon Burks. He reminds me, his versatility anyway, reminds me of Darren McFadden. And that's, to me, Darren McFadden's the best player I've ever seen in the state. So that's as high as compliment as I can give Catalon Burks, is to compare him to Darren McFadden. So, and I don't know if he'll ever be as good as Darren. Well, I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's going to be the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy 2 years in a row. But I'm just saying, in a lot of ways, he reminds me of Darren McFadden coming out in the sense that, because I saw a debate on Hogville, guy, you know, wanting to know, could he be a linebacker? Well, sure he could be. But he can also be a great wide receiver, and you've got to put him there because he's got the speed. He can get separation. He gives them what a lot of they didn't have last year. Just like I said about Hudson being at tight end, you know, outside of Cheyenne O'Grady. You know, Catalon will give them a lot of what they didn't have last year at wide receiver. He can get separated, he got the size, he can get those 50-50 balls, and he's going to be a great addition, and he's going to play immediately. If that knee is okay, and by all accounts it will be, you count him in next year. He's just, like I said, he's I don't know, and I've said this on here before, but I'll say it again. I don't know if I've ever seen 2 kids, Hudson and Catalon, come out in the same year, 2 kids as good as they are in the same class from Arkansas, and in the same class, 2 as good as they are in one class. They're incredible. I mean, they're both incredible. Those are what, if you get 25 of those, you're winning national championships a few years with them.
Got to drive home the point. Premier safety here, Jalen Catalon.
Well, you know, and he's another 4-star, just like Hudson and Catalon. Jalen's, he's the only safety in this class, so he's a guy that's going to come in and help out Cameron Curl and the 2 young guys they had back there last year. You know, you know, you lose Santos Ramirez. Well, he's going to come in and be in that 4-person rotation back there probably.
Miles and Joe Fouché. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, he comes in and gives you if his knee is okay, and by all accounts, like I said about Catalon, his will be too, he's going to play immediately, and he's going to give you an impact at safety. They beat Texas, they beat TCU, they beat OU to get him, and they beat other schools, but those were the 4 finalists, and Arkansas beat those 3 finalists and many other schools, and so, you know, they did a great job, and those were legit offers. Those weren't like, you know, kids get offered and they don't really get offered. You know, but no, this kid could have gone to any of those 4 schools he wanted to go to, and he chose Arkansas. Mark Smith knocked it out of the ballpark at Mansfield Legacy. He got 3 kids there that all had big-time offers. But of the 3 kids, and I think they're all very good. but I think this is the best one of the three. And he's the highest ranked of the three, but I just think that was an incredible job by Mark because, like I said, he beat 3 teams that have had more success than Arkansas in recent years on the field, and it didn't matter. This kid was sold on Arkansas, sold on Mark Smith. He's going to come here and play.
Let's talk about Spivey, a running back. How does he fit in to the backfield?
He fits in great because they had to get a younger running back. You know, that's a position where you've got a senior, you've got 3 juniors on scholarship, and you had Malik transfer out. So you had to go out this year and get you a younger running back. And he's going to come in, and that's a position that you think, man, you're deep there. And in one game, you can lose 2 or 3 in one game. Saw 2 go down in the Ole Miss game, cost them victory, you know, in all likelihood. So Spivey's a guy that, despite being young, don't count on him to redshirt. I look for him to come in here, get carries, and make some impact. And with or without injuries, I expect him to come in, get carries, and get some reps and make some impact. And nothing else, he could play the 4 games like, you know, that you can do, unless that rule gets changed, play the 4 games and still carry a red shirt. But I really expect him to not red shirt. But even if he did, I think you're going to see him in action in some games with the chance to really help. You know, they beat Ole Miss to get him. He had other offers, but that was the only 2 visits he took. And Jeff Traylor, Joe Craddock, you know, those guys did a good job. Chad Morse, all of them obviously did a good job on him. And Coach Traylor likes to have options there at running back, like any coach does. But, I mean, that's a position, like I said, you can go from being too many people scratch their heads, you know, what are they going to do with all those running backs to, oh, where's the next one going to come from? Because it just thins out with the injuries so fast. And so that was a great pickup for Chad and them. And I know I keep saying great pickup, but that's what it is. I mean, when you target one running back, you know, they're not, and one safety like Catalon, one tight end like Henry, and when you get them, it is a great pickup because they're not out here bringing in 5 running backs. They targeted Amante, and that's who they really wanted, and they stayed on him, and they stayed through him, even though he didn't sign early. They stayed committed to him and got him. So, I mean, that's why I say it's a great pickup because that's what it is, because it's not, like I said, it's not like, you know, on the line they signed a lot of kids, but some of these positions, they targeted a kid, they went after him, and that's who they really put their eggs in one cart, and it paid off.